Recently, I listened to the beautiful music of Stuart Cardwell, specifically his haunting Native American flute piece called Dancing on Water. Dancing on Water. You can only see this scene in your mind, your imagination, your fertile imagination. Imagination is, after all, the greatest faculty of the mind. Imagination. Today, I went to Stumpy Lake. I often go there when I want to be alone with only the company of my imagination and my pocket camera. And I thought, we have come a long way, haven't we? I mean, with cameras, with electronic means of communication, with the speed of news dissemination. But, unfortunately, I think, that same news tells me that we have not made a lot of progress in the way we, as human beings, appreciate and treat other human beings, especially if they are different than us. What can we do about that? In the meantime, I would like to think that someone in Africa is watching this video and there's a smile on his or her face as the colors of fall flash across the screen for no particular reason. It will be nice to know that there are people in England, the Philippines, Germany, Jamaica, Ukraine, in another country far, far away, who are smiling as they use their imagination as they watch this video. And that there's a person, even as we speak, working on ways to make human beings treat each other better. Perhaps someone who has never heard of Manifest Destiny. Someone who wishes to embrace people not for commercial gains or for the exploitation of other human beings, or because it is God's will for an appointed country to dominate weaker people, but for the simple idea that it is the right thing to do. Now, isn't that a nice thought?